Greetings, this is Blockhart, here to cast on another game that I'm playing with some people I met on YouTube. In this case, we have Azurythe as Bloodthorn Morgana. We've got Vanquisher Lou as the Champ. In this case, the Angling Champ. We've got Torchide as WarWick, the Werewolf. I am playing Caitlyn. I don't actually own her, I'm just playing her for free week, and so far I am liking her. And we have DaisyDays, who is a samurai Shen. Desu. And this ended up being a pretty fun game. We were all on Skype, just kind of hanging out, and decided to play a game because I don't really have any great ones to commentate on. So we did this one. So to start out with, we're guarding them off in blue. We want to make sure we don't get ambushed. I always set up traps. I always take traps first when I play Caitlyn. And the mana comes back almost as fast as you can place them. So I just tend to spam them around. The cooldown's really long. It's about 20 seconds. But, you know, for a starting ability that you can use before the game even starts, I find it to be really useful. And so, looks like they're going to come in and look at our red. Jax is there to perhaps dissuade them, but looks like they're going to come in on force. And so, okay, they're just going to smite that Wraith. Jax does make his presence known, though. So, looks like we're pretty safe. WarWick's going to start off, get that wolf. And, yep. Blue's going to go safe. So, down at bottom, we have a Lulu, whose theme I just did, and Ash. Now, they are a pretty good poke composition. Both of them have long-range slows. Both of them have pretty long-range damage, with Ash's fan, Lulu's glitter lance, both of them slow, again. So, we're really just going to have to make sure we don't lose the poke battle. Kind of stay back, make sure that they can't get us, and farm up. So that's mostly what bottom's going to be. I believe in the beginning I get poked almost to death. I hit Ash a couple times, but eventually Lulu starts taking the shield and using it pretty well. Shen actually does have one pretty decent poke in his knife, but it's not as long range as like an actual ranged move. And he's most effective as a kind of a jumping in character, so until we really want to initiate, we're just going to stay back. You know, keep it easy. Now, Morgana's up against Gragas, which is a fairly interesting matchup. Both of these characters have good sustain. Gragas heals himself whenever he casts a spell. Morgana heals herself because she has innate spell vamp. In the beginning, Morgana is going to be able to push harder. And, oh, here comes Nunu. And Morgana flashes out, so she's safe for now. But yeah, they both have circles that destroy minions. Gragas in his barrel, Morgana in her pool. And so early game, Morgana is going to be able to farm better, but later game, Gragas might be able to push through her pool. So we'll have to see what becomes of this. Oh, landed a good bind there. So, top lane, you got Jax versus Talon. Talon's got a lot of mobility, but Jax is still one of the best 1v1 champions. And he, you know, does have that leap strike. If Talon wants to jump in and out, he's going to have a hard time disengaging against Jax, who's playing cautious because, yeah, jungle's not warded, and Nunu with the perma-slow, as demonstrated here, can be very lethal. But they take out Gragas as well, so it's 1-for-1 and we're still good. Now, checking in back at bottom lane, you'll notice my health, not so good. I started out with a Doran's Blade, and this is kind of my bad. I don't have any flat AD on my rune page. I kind of wish I had Quints. I've already got Armor Pen in reds, but it doesn't help a lot for very early game. End game, I feel it does about the same thing as flat AD, but really, I don't want to get flat AD if it's, you know, marginally better, just because they both kind of do the same thing. They both make your attacks do more damage, and so, you know, even if it kind of happens to be that flat AD seems to be the most efficient one currently, I just don't do it because it seems like it would be, kind of a waste of money. It's similar. Quints, though, I've been thinking about, getting flat AD or flat AP on Quints would be good. So I did leave DaisyDays there, but the beautiful thing here is that I have teleport, so I am coming right back, and I'm not going to miss much. Now, they are going in. Yeah, Nunu has that slow and blood boil, which makes him a nuisance to deal with. They're going to try to get out. Talon's coming in. Also, he jumps onto Morgana, and it looks like they're going to pick her up. Other two are disengaging currently, and they are going to steal our wraiths again. Nunu loves wraiths. I love to eat wraiths. They're delicious. They're going to go back, get healed up, make sure that they don't get picked off. Probably a good idea, safest bet currently. Ashe went back, which gave me some breathing room. And farming-wise, we're pretty equal. I've got a couple more minion kills, but it's kind of expected. Caitlyn's range allows her to farm up really easily. So, Gragas is doing pretty well farming up mid. He hasn't really been pushed out of lane, and so he's managing to do well. He's also keeping up, topped off. He can restore his mana and health, so he's going to try to stay in lane for as long as possible, get a gold and level advantage, and then maybe at level 6 try to nuke Morgana. But with her shield, I don't think he's going to be able to pick her off, even with Ignite, so we'll have to see. Now, Jax. Talon's going back, so he is just going to have free farm up there. Bottom lane, we're doing a little bit better. Health is pretty equal now. We haven't been completely poked to death. I'm having a little bit of a harder time farming because they are pushing, which isn't always a bad strategy. I know it's the riskier one to do, but you will deny them some gold because of the tower. It is possible to last hit under the tower and get, most, if not all of the things, but it does put a lot more pressure on the people to do it, and I'm not that great at it, so they're doing a pretty good thing. Yeah, me and Ash, we both shoot each other once, get our skill shot off. I get in the parting net, which does like 20 damage. Wasn't the greatest idea there, but I just wanted to prove that I could, I suppose. And so, yeah, bot's going to continue being pretty passive until this. So, Morgana's coming in, but they are all there. I get barreled out of there and immediately destroyed by 4 of them. And, yeah, it's kind of bad. They were just waiting in the bush the whole time there. You could just see them. But you will notice that they did wait a long time before doing it. And they're playing a very safe game. And you'll see that they're, getting ahead in gold. They have 2 more kills. But experience-wise, this is going to come back to bite them in the butt. Because our team does end up getting higher leveled. They group up and do a lot more team fights. But our team pushes lanes more, gets more minions, and eventually just ends up being higher leveled, if I remember correctly. And since I did this 2 hours ago, I hope I do. So, Talon is very low. Jax is basically just denying him at this point. I guess Talon doesn't want to go back because he's afraid he wouldn't be able to buy anything. Oh, there comes Nunu. So, the tables have turned. Nunu's going to force Jax to back. Talon's just going to take the flame to farm. Maybe a good idea. Catch up, make sure he's not denied too much. He's got 31 last hits, and Jax has 49, so he has been denied a little bit in comparison. So, WarWick is almost level 6, which is prime ganking territory. He is going through the jungle. I think they're kind of worried about Nunu. He's just going to get blue there. So, bottom... Yeah, I've died once, but, having teleport and being able to get back into lane and not missing much is really handy. I think teleport's actually a really useful spell. A lot of people don't like it because it doesn't help net you kills and it doesn't help you in fights directly. But late game, I find it really useful for not just backdooring, but just the ability to be where you need to be. So I pick up her Ashe there with the Sniper Ultimate, Ace in the Hole, which is a really viscerally satisfying move. I think we're going to try to keep pushing so that Ashe doesn't get any of the gold or experience for these things. And Daisy is going to really push Lulu out there. You can see the difference there. Shen is a very tanky character, able to do quite a bit of damage, but he has to commit himself. since Lulu doesn't have the backup of Ashe there, Shen's really able to put himself at risk, and, you know, his feint's going to absorb most of the damage. He's going to come out better if he can get in there. Lulu, again, is able to poke. She can also hold a lane decently with Glitter Lance. So, she's not, you know, a bad character in a solo lane, actually, but I think she is ranking up her shield currently, which is going to make it very difficult to be by herself. So, back in mid, Morgana. Looking here at Gragas. He's rumbling about. And, yeah, no one's winning. WarWick is coming in for a gank, but Gragas probably saw him with that ward and is currently seeing him, so he's going to play it safe. He's making sure that he's on the opposite side. WarWick is going in behind, though, just looking to counter jungle currently. And Nunu's across the map, so it's a pretty safe bet. So, we're dealing with Nunu again. He's kind of managed to sneak in, but, yeah, we're basically pushed up to the turret. Even if he does slow us, both of us have dashes, so I'm not sure exactly what he's trying to do. Also, that trap let us see him. That was maybe not the cleverest thing Lulu could have done. And really at this point, I'm just trying to save enough mana to keep him pushed off of it. So we have an inkling Gragas is there. We haven't seen him, but it's, yeah, good. He's missing, so there we go. We're blown back to turret. Ashe misses her arrow. And I'm just going to try to get away from these guys. Not sure it's going to work. Gragas is chasing me, so is Nunu. He uses his ultimate to slow me through the bush. I walk out of it. Oh, that was close. So, he's going to keep pushing the lane. I think they're just going to try to take down the turret. They are running out of minions, though. And the one brave caster minion. Get out of here! Oh, that was it. He served his country. Did a good job. So I'm going to go out and see if I can, I don't know, say boogie boogie and make them go away. I maybe don't actually have enough damage, but yeah, they're at least worried about me. So I'm just trying to get him out of there. WarWick jumps on Lulu, which is a great idea. I do not have mana for my ultimate, so oh, that was a good thing that she died right there. And so that is going to get me the money that I desperately wanted. I think I'm going to be able to go back and get a BF sword here soon, which is really all I ever want with Caitlyn. So Morgana is doing good, racking up the minion kills. Gragas is getting a bit more, and he did have some lucky ganks in with Nunu, who is, like, really counter-jungling. He is a great character for it. He basically has 2 smites, one of them heals him. And so we are going to get Dragon, however, which is, oh, maybe. He's coming in, but we've got our whole team there except for Jax, and we're going for Nunu. So, here it comes. He flashes over the wall and gets WarWicked. Sometimes that happens. It might have been something else that killed him, but yeah, I don't know. It's strange sometimes when you flash. Some things will still hit. Garen's ultimate's one of the notorious ones. You can flash away and still get hit by it. So here we have a big advantage over Ashe. Yeah, she wasted her ultimate there to save herself, which was a good idea, but now she can't generate the threat necessary to get us off the tower, so I think we're just going to push up to it. And, oh, no, she's going to stay. So, she is low on mana. Lulu's coming in to help, but we're just going to try to take the tower, I think. Staying under it might not be a great idea, you know, with the slow and how much ganking they've been doing, but we've so far been able to do really well in lane. So, we're going to keep pushing it and see what our pressure can do. So, WarWick's going to go back currently. Top, Jax is definitely pulling ahead, doing a good job here. He's a level above Talon. His farm is quite high, 94 to Talon's 62. So, he's doing well. He's got, you know, full, you know, not half again, but what, Talon's 2/3 and he's the full thing. So he's doing a good job. Now, Talon's going to have a little bit of time to farm here, and we're kind of in the moment before anything happens. But as I was saying, like, Caitlyn is an interesting character. Her damage seems to be a lot lower than most carries, especially in just raw auto-attacking. Her Peacemaker move is nice. It's a skill shot with pretty high damage on the first couple targets, and it goes through people, it moves fairly fast, and has a wide radius, so I like that. Her only auto-attack buff is Headshot, and I mean, that's good for harassing in lane, but in a team fight-wise, you know, it's not going to crank up your DPS that high. I love the fact that she does have 2 escapes, though. The net is usually the thing I rank up after Peacemaker, and it has saved my life more times than I can recount. It moves you away from them and slows the person chasing you, which is just a great move. Her traps can be very annoying. So there, Ashe is coming after me. The net gets me to safety. She was not close enough to keep me with her ultimate. And yeah, so Caitlyn's, I think, one of the safest characters in the game, especially as far as AD characters to go. She's not tanky, but she does not need to be because her mobility is very high. So Lulu just loves my traps. I think she's just getting rid of them so Ashe doesn't step on them. But they actually do, you know, it's not a lot of damage, but it's respectable enough, and I think it's just bothersome to have that little eyeball thing on you. So I'm glad they keep stepping on them. Let me see. It's just me against them. I'm almost out of mana, but they are much lower health. Ashe looks like she's going back, so I am doing good. I've almost got 100 minion kills. Ashe only has 67. So that's really kind of what we're doing. Our team is farming up and they're more focused on ganks, but I feel that they're investing too many resources in their ganks. So Nunu's waiting here for them to walk into the bush, I guess. At least he gets experience, but yeah, I feel might not be the best of place to hide. We're just going back, leaving it to him. So we do have a ward up here. It's fairly safe. We've got a ward in their jungle too. Bottom, not so much, but we'll see. Gragas still doing pretty well. He does have 3 kills, which is the most on their team. More than half of their kills in total. And right now, Jax is doing us a solid. He is doing excellently. So we're just kind of setting up and waiting for the next big thing. I really want to take out their tower, but it's going to be hard when both of them are there. So Jax pings Gragas, goes in, gets the stun off, is chasing him. Nunu comes in and probably going to... Okay, that was a tricky one for Gragas. He's going back and forth using his dash to get away. WarWick's going to use his ult on Nunu to save Jax, which works. Ashe's arrow comes in to nowhere in particular, and WarWick goes in. We're backing off. So that was really that was good teamwork there. WarWick used their ultimate Torchide to save Jax. It wasn't just to get the kill, and it was a really good idea because it worked, you know. It ended up being, you know, no one got a kill. So I mean, I don't know. Some people would say that it was a failure, but actually, like, to me, that's exactly what we needed. It worked out well, in my opinion. Now, WarWick's going to ward, excellent, and stalk in the bushes. WarWick is watching you. They're pinging me. I am still trying to nail their turret. Oh god. So, yeah, they are coming in. No, I can't get away. I try a couple goofy things. Going in there, dodging arrows. Yeah, it's not going to work, though. So, I was a little overzealous. I really did want that tower, though. Yeah, their whole team's there, so... It was a good try. Daisy did use her ult on me. That saved me for a little ways. I dug in too deep. That was a stupid move on my part. This is why I will call the video series Blockhart Does Stupid Things. Now, they're going to go in to get Dragon, to look at Dragon. Yeah, so it looks like they're going to try it. Morgana and WarWick are there. Morgana binds the Dragon. Sticks her pool down. WarWick goes in onto Nunu. No one's got the Dragon currently. Morgana does an excellent hourglass there. Very low health. Oh, they're getting away at just tiny amounts of health. Nunu does get the dragon. WarWick's going after him, but he's just going to get kited and slowed. So that was a good move by their team. They ended up at very low health, but they kept everyone alive, which is exactly what you want to do. So currently in team fights, they're doing pretty excellently. Jax, however, is just pushing his lane. Even if he had moved to us to there, like, he probably wouldn't have gotten into the fight at that time. I just got... Oh, let me go back and see that. I don't know exactly what's happening. Ashe is there. Oh, yeah. So, look at this. This is beautiful. Had no clue that she was there. She just decided to stay there. Gets ultimated. That was, like, the most, like, MVP wall dash goes to DaisyDays as Samurai Shen. And that was just a good move. So, Jax is going to try to get that. And, oh, Lord, the slow. So, Nunu's slow is terrible, and he's got a speed buff from Lulu, but yeah, snowballs allow him basically to chase forever. Jax has managed to leap strike away, uses his ultimate to try and soak up some of the damage, but they're probably just going to tower dive. So that's one of the reasons Nunu is such a powerful character, chain slow by himself, and he does have some cooldown reduction in the form of Glacial Shroud, so that allows him to do it. But it's not so much the damage on that one, it's the fact that he can keep you slow, or very slow, forever. It lowers attack speed too. So Morgana's going to try to save the turret along with WarWick. WarWick's going to jump on, and I don't know. Morgana ultimates, gets knocked out by Gragas. That was an excellent barrel on his part. They're going to dive. So yeah, they're really, really focused on getting them. They do manage to. Nunu gets out. So it wasn't a bad idea on their part. Shen is going to dash in, get the kill on Nunu. And I feel that they are wasting some of their resources there, because I am here shooting at them. So the team told me they're missing. I decided to go back there. Probably actually could have gotten the turret. There's no one around me. But once again, we are kind of doing the backdoor thing. Like, we're having people defend at turrets, and we had 2 take on 4. They lost, but we ended up getting the most out of it as far as objectives goes. You know, we might be losing a little bit of gold when it comes down to it, but we're getting their turrets a lot lower. Our turrets are at relatively high health. We're only missing 2, they're missing 4. So, you know, in the end, that one worked out for us, and I think this strategy is going to be what wins it for us. So, Gragas rolling out here. He's able to take down minions pretty quickly. I don't want to get too close to him in case he ultimates me and his team's there. We saw Talon, but we think he's going for red here. I remember we saw him in the ward and we all tried to do it. I try for the world's luckiest trap and it doesn't work because he's actually right there. So we are looking for them. We find Lulu. Jax jumps in the middle of it. I'm shooting at Lulu. Don't quite manage to get it. She ultimates herself. Shen goes in. We get it. Lulu is still trying to run away. Talon wisely takes the shot for her. Jax jumps on and gets the next kill. There's 3 of them. We are backing out. A wise flash to uninitiate. So, Nunu has oracles. That is one thing that is slightly worrisome. So, he's going to start taking out our wards. And I think we're just going to back off. Yeah. Oh, Morgana's going to go in and place one. Yeah. So we didn't know if he was still in there. Now we do. She is going to go in, but Gragas is there also. We managed to take out Gragas. Shen teleports in, saving Morgana. Talon comes in, gets the ignite, which gets the kill, but he is stuck. And we managed to pick up that kill too. WarWick jumps onto Nunu. And if we can keep him out of place, but it looks like he's going to get away. The turret's very low. I'm thinking I want to try to kill it, but again, Caitlyn's damage, not the highest. Oh god, it's so close. I take one more shot at it, thinking it'll go down, but it doesn't. The world's most tenacious turrets, ladies and gentlemen. It'll be here till Thursday. Try the prime rib. Oh, so we jump in. Jax comes in. They manage to take out Ashe, and it's Lulu versus the world. And she just doesn't last that long when it comes right down to it. As a support, you probably don't want to be in the front unless you're Alistair. He's special. That's what his parents always told him, at least. So, things are turning up for us. We have a lot of map awareness. We've got wards all over the board. You know, Nunu did have oracles, still does, but we are managing to keep things in our favor, you know. Whenever they go out scouting for us, we're kind of taking them out. So some of those aren't even technically, you know, full-on team fights. That one was just our team being savvy with it and being willing to adapt that quickly. And we jumped in and turned that one around pretty quickly in our favor. So, if Gragas chases... Nope, he's going to get out of there. Good choice, because otherwise he would run into a rampaging WarWick. So, here comes Nunu. He saw our ward there. He's not going to go for it. Okay, he's going to come back. He's just going to make sure he's safe. So it's frustrating when you have a tankier character with oracles taking out your wards. It can really seem like there's nothing you can do. A lot of times it's better just to keep on warding. You might have to spend more money on it. But it's really important to see where they are. We could have gotten oracles also, but I don't know. At this point, no one on our team is, I don't know, constantly living. Jax would probably be our best bet. But the thing is, like, he is a very high-risk character, you know, he's going to jump in there and he might be killed at any point, so it'd be kind of a waste to get oracles on a character that's going to be up in the front lines anyway. I could get one, but I've been Gragased one too many times. I'm afraid of barrels, so I think we're going for Dragon again, put a trap in the bush, and go and fight Monsieur Dragon. So Gragas knows what we are doing, he wards, throws in his ultimate. We just managed to pull Dragon out. Whoever it was attacking was really smart and managed to draw it out far enough that Gragas' barrel didn't even touch it, I don't think. So, you can see Gragas actually does quite a bit of damage. That's just his poke. He can do that, what, every 6 to 8 seconds? And so that can get pretty damaging. And, you know, it's long range. Uses Deathfire Grasp. Ashe misses her arrow again. I feel kind of bad for her, because I have done that too as Ashe. I think everyone has. So, they're backing up. We're coming in to defend. I was really worried about running into them. I'm glad they were just back, because if they were waiting in that bush, I would be a dead Caitlyn. So, we are just going back, farming up, it looks like. I've managed to farm up items. I don't have the Holy Trinity yet. I need to get double red swords, Phantom Dancers, if I want to complete the AD carry Trinity. Not Triforce, just literally the Holy Trinity of items. You need a Bloodthirster, you need an Infinity Edge, and you need Phantom Dancers. If you got that, you are officially an AD carry. So I'm not quite there yet. I'm close, though. So, our team has taken the lead in gold. We were behind in the early game, but we've pulled it ahead, and honestly, it's probably because we have those 3 extra towers. Each one of those gives team-wide gold, and it's pretty nice having that. We've also got a couple dragons on them. So, they got 1, we got 2, I think. So, mostly, I'd say we're ahead from the global gold things, not exactly from team fights or farming. Although, yeah, it looks like the farming's pretty equal. I've got about twice Ashe's farm, but yeah, the rest of them are keeping up pretty well. So, they go in. At this point, we don't know exactly what to do. Like, we were thinking, like, well, we could get blue, or we could try to get them away. Oh, they're going to get blue? Oh, I guess they're not going to get blue. So they're going away. I'm afraid that Gragas is going to try to barrel it. So I start shooting blue, thinking, you know, like, oh, I'll help take it down, not considering that, oops. So, yeah, that was for Jax. That was my bad. I'm Gragas. I'm the guy who steals things from our team. And now I'm just going to cast spells all the time, I guess. Oh, Jax jumps in. Really good counter-strike there. Got 3 of them. I should have jumped onto that. Didn't quite make it. Oh, I love the long range. Could stand outside Nunu's ultimate. WarWick jumps in onto Gragas. Looks like we're going to get him. Jax jumps in. We get the kill. And I'm dashing forward, but I'm getting slowed. Going after him, managed just to get Ashe. Nunu almost got in the way, not quite. Going after Lulu, take her out thanks to a lucky bind. Excellent shot by Morgana. So, that was very, very good for our team. We decided to go back for Baron pronto. I'm a little bit late to the party. People say I'm a slightly slow person, and it's true. So, we are going for Baron. We have the home team advantage in that we have a team of 5 people and they have a team of 2 currently. So, Nunu is coming up. He does have that double smite we talked about with whatever it is, Devour, Consume, and Smite, but he does something silly and walks into the only trap. There's a single trap around there, could have just gone back, but he decided to walk into it to eat the tasty, tasty cupcake. Which, honestly, you know, those are pretty tempting. I might too. So, up in the middle we got Gragas, and I am teleporting to take out this wave of tasty, tasty minions. Not quite cupcakes, but you know, for me they'll do. And honestly, this is just a good game of farm for Caitlyn. I'm not quite in all of the big team fights, but I do have a lot of experience and bucket loads of money. I'm getting really, really high leveled, almost to 18, which is just an excellent place to be for a carry, especially if you're getting fed. Levels usually don't matter quite as much for carries, but you know, the gold really helps, and honestly, having all your moves high-powered isn't a bad thing. So, I believe I do get, red double swords and punching gloves, and we're good. So I've got like over 50% crit chance, crit damage increase. I'm up at, what, 260 crit because of the masteries also. I've got attack speed, I've got movement speed, I am a happy person. Jax is also doing pretty well. He's probably going for a Trinity Force here. He's already got Gunblade. Hextech Gunblade is a fearsome item on Jax. With the item slow that is active and also all of that lifesteal, he can live for quite a long time by just building offense. He's probably going back to build Trinity Force. Yes, indeed. And thank God that people on my teams buy Sight Wards. God bless all of you. So, I'm going to mention the fact that I just did miss an entire minion wave with a high-range, wide skill shot. I'm not proud of that, folks, but these things happen sometimes, and we need to talk about them. So, I think we're going to group up for one last huzzah while we still have the Baron buff. Steal some of their stuff, and yeah, we know they're all mid. Well, now they're all top, so we decide we're just going to tank this and shoot it. And, you know, it goes from full health down pretty quickly. Ashe is considering coming to stop us, but we, yeah, are just faster than she is at this point. So she comes in, we decide to go back. We might be able to dive it, but with Gragas there, it wouldn't have been a good idea. I'm glad we went back. We've still got Shen split pushing top. This is excellent. He can come in with Stand United, and so, it's just a very good character for that kind of thing. He can be there and still technically be part of our team. If we get jumped, he can be there instantly. If he gets jumped, it's more difficult because there's like a 3-second channel before the teleport. But we'll see. And yeah, gonna stay there in the bush. They leave. And Shen's going to kill the rest of the minions. So we are grouping up mid. Now, there's the last huzzah thing I'm talking about. Pretty sure we are going to go for their turret here, regardless of them. It's the tail end of Baron buff at this point, and so we think we can do it. I saw Talon there. I did not want to be caught by him. I did back off. We go for the inhibitor next. That's what we really wanted down. So I get on it. I'm worried about Gragas. There he goes. Uses his ultimate, and it is bad. Our health is going down very quickly. Oh, Morgana's ult is devastating in there. And we managed to pick up almost all of them. Jax lives with some hit points. Not many. Same with WarWick. So Talon does manage to pick off WarWick, but he was their last hope at defending their base. killing one of us isn't going to do it. It's probably better for him just to stay there and use Rake on the minions so that we wouldn't be able to do this. But at this point, we've basically got this one in the bag. So, thank you, kind people of YouTube, for playing a game with me. And it was much enjoyable. Let me know what you think about it. If you've got any advice or any opinion on if I should actually buy flat attack damage and flat AP quintessences, let me know what you think about that. And I will see you guys later. Good game, and Blockhart out.